Good morning, ma'am. I am Nikita. My topic is on procedural and object-oriented programming. So, introduction. We are looking about what is procedural programming, advantages and disadvantages of procedural programming, and what is object-oriented programming, advantages and disadvantages of object-oriented programming, and the difference between procedural versus object-oriented programming, and the end conclusion. So what is procedural programming? Procedural programming is a paradigm where the program is organized as a sequence of instructions to be executed. It is nothing but step-by-step process where for this program, for organizing a program or executing a program, the rules and the instructions should be maintained. It revolves around procedures that operate on data. So the key characteristics for this procedural programming are emphasis on procedure or functions, reliance on global data, and the other one is top-down design approach. So the advantages are simplicity. It is simple and easy to understand. Performance is very easy and it is easy to learning and it is easy of maintaining. Suitability of for small projects. It is suitable for small projects, not for large projects. Direct access to data. So the disadvantages: difficulty in managing large code bases, limited code reusability, poor support for complex data structures, limited code reusability, difficulty in maintaining or managing complexity, not suitable for complex system. If the code is large, we cannot use this procedural programming. If the code is large, we can use the object-oriented programming. In the small projects, in the small code only, we can manage the procedural programming. Object-oriented programming. Object-oriented programming is a paradigm entered around the concept of objects, which encapsulates data and the behavior. This object-oriented programming is generally used in C++, Java, Python in these programming languages. In high-level programming languages, key principle includes encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. So in encapsulation, bundling data and methods into objects. In inheritance, reusing and extending functionality through hierarchical relationships. Polymorphism, ability for objects of different classes to be treated as objects of a common superclass. Advantages of object-oriented programming are modularity and code reusability. Abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, scalability, this all comes under object-oriented programming. And the support for design patterns. Disadvantages of object-oriented programming are overheaded in terms of performance and memory usage. Stepper learning curves for beginner, not allows the best choices for every problem domain. Design overhead learning curves. In this, we can design the curves or we can design the models in object-oriented programming, whereas the procedural programming is only for C language. C language is based on procedural programming. Python, C++, Java is based on object-oriented programming. So the conclusion is both procedural and object-oriented programming paradigm have their strength and weakness. Both has disadvantages, advantages, the strength and weakness. And the choice between them depends on the specific requirements of the project. If the project is required according to the procedural or object-oriented programming, we can use the steps. Understanding the differences and trade-offs between the two paradigms is crucial for software developers. So the software developers should understand the difference between procedural and object-oriented programming before making a code or a project to make informed design decisions. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.